Hi, this is Joe again with another review. I know it was a while since I did a review, but not much that I don't have that much to review anymore. I'm running out of material. But for this review, I wanted to discuss the uh, ABC television show America's Funniest Home Videos, which just celebrated its 30th anniversary. And I'm doing this like the day after ABC aired a 30th anniversary special of for America's Funniest Home Videos, because believe it or not, it's been on the air for 30 years, and it can't really have been on for that long. They thought that because of the internet and because of this website called YouTube, I thought it would kill the show. And it's surprising that it hasn't. I'm getting ahead of myself. Of course, how America's Funniest Home Videos became such a popular show and lasted for so long as it has is because it came from a concept from a Japanese television show. In Japan, they had there's all the lot of variety shows and stuff like that, which got parodied on the movie from 40 years ago, Bad News Bears Go in Japan, and it's still that way on Japanese television today, I believe. And one of the shows had a segment on the show showing home videos from people in Japan who had the video cameras or videotape anything and everything. And if something goofs up or something doesn't go exactly right, they will send it into this particular show, and they'll play it, and it'll be funny, and have funny comments and stuff like that. And that's how it evolved, because a television producer here in the United States, like Vi Badola, I believe, and I know I'm mispronouncing his name, sorry if I have, saw that segment and thought, hey, maybe that concept could work here in the United States. And it says, but how do you get tapes from people? I mean, these are pretty much people's home movies. Of course, by that time, in 1989, home videos become a very popular thing, and people were buying the camcorder. It's not like a handheld thing. It used to be this monstrosity camera, this huge camera they had to put on your shoulder to see you would hold it steady. And it'd be a whole big camera. And even with the VHS tapes, it'd be this huge monstrosity thing. And people would videotape weddings, tape somebody's birthday party, or people like say kids building a snowman, and somebody would fall over, or some kind of videotape a child's graduation, something funny would happen, something would fall over, or do a cartwheel, or somebody's playing baseball in a baseball field or a backyard or something, and the ball hits him hits a guy in the balls, or those kinds of crazy you would call them pratfalls back in the day, or physical comedy type stuff. And the show actually became a huge, big ratings hit. I don't think it's a big ratings hit now in 2019 like it was back in the 1989 or throughout the early 90s when Bob Saget hosted the show. Originally hosted it, and we'll get into it in a second. But for some reason, this concept actually worked, and the show lasted for 30 years. And I'm surprised it lasted as long. But I'm actually getting ahead of myself. The original host was Bob Saget, who, of course, starred on the ABC show Full House, and he was not only the original host of America's Funniest Home Videos, but I feel the best one. And I think he lasted about 7 or 8 years. And then by 1998, he was replaced. I don't know why he was replaced on the show. But he was replaced by Jay-Z Fuentes and another guy. It was a two-person hosting gig. And after Bob Saget left, that's when pretty much I stopped watching the show. I mean, how many times can you see, a guy get hit in the balls, or how many times can you with a baseball or bat or something, or some somebody falling over a cliff, or somebody falling on ice, or somebody hitting a baseball into the camera, or throw a football and a guy misses it and hits it into the cameraman, or bangs into the camera, or a kid hitting a golf ball and the ball goes into the camera. You know, how many times can you, I mean, you see it once, you see it twice, you see it like 3 times. If you see it like almost in every show for 30 years, I mean, eventually it's not going to become funny anymore. But fortunately, people still watch the show. I mean, I guess if people weren't watching the show, it wouldn't last for 30 years. But when Bob Saget left, that's when they ended the show. And I think other than Bob Saget, the only person I think lasted long on the show than Bob Saget was Tom Bergeron. Of course, they only got the gig for Daddy in the Stores. And he was also co-hosting or hosting Hollywood Squares at the time. He got the job as the host of America's Funniest Home Videos, and he was on I think 11 or 12 years longer than Bob Saget did. And I mean, he did some good segments, a good animation of the videos, but he didn't do all the crazy voices that Bob Saget, because Bob Saget had the talent to do those crazy like dog voices, or imitate a dog, or do some other crazy, funny voice, over those videos. That's why it worked when the show started, because of Bob Saget's talent. And I feel the show's not as good as it was before. I mean, I pretty much stopped watching it myself because without Bob Saget being there, it's not as good. And it's been on for like an hour. It used to be like a half-hour show. Back when Bob Saget was doing it, and now they decided to extend it for like an hour, and an hour of those types of blooper videos. So somebody putting a birthday cake and they fall in the cake, or crazy baby video. We're going to get into some of my favorite videos in a second, and I've seen when I watched the show, but now you have, since 2015, you have Alfonso Ribeiro, who was of course on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and back in the 80s he was on Silver Spoons. Now he's been on the show for I think it's like the 4th or 5th year he's been hosting the show. I haven't seen how he's doing it, so I really can't compare. I've seen a couple of times with Tom Bergeron. He wasn't bad, but hosting it. But to me, it was not Bob Saget. That was it. He was the guy. And unfortunately, I don't think he got the real proper support, because people were making fun of his name, from Bob Saget, the faggot, or whatever the case may be. Make fun of him because he was on stupid Full House, and the backlash for that stuff. So I guess because of that, I'm only speculating here, folks. That's the reason why he left. But after he left, I pretty much stopped watching the show, because Bob Saget was that good at hosting it. No one else could replace the guy. Even though they replaced him a long time ago, like over 20 years ago. But it's not as good. I do remember seeing clips of advertising for people to send in the clips for America's Funniest Home Videos during Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve for 1990, because it was supposed to air just once. And on Thanksgiving weekend in 1989. I don't even remember it being on Thanksgiving weekend 1989, but they said it was, and it was huge ratings for it, and they decided to make a regular weekly show, and it was going to air after the New Year in 1990, and it became, like I said, a huge ratings hit. And the first video, which is a video that I actually remember, was when a woman who was cleaning out her dishwasher, and she had long hair, and she got her hair caught in the dishwasher, and her husband was videotaping it. It was like the first one on the very first show to win for the grand prize. Well, I thought it was kind of a funny show, a funny video, I should say. But some of my favorite videos that I remember seeing, that I think some of them actually won. There was one with this little, I think it was like a kindergarten graduation, and it was this little black kid, and all the the kids was graduating kindergarten at this particular school. I don't remember where the school was. But I know it wasn't in New York City, so I was in New York City if I knew where it was. But I forgot where the school was. And each one of these kids has to recite the alphabet to graduate. And this kid decided to do his own spin on, and he said real fast. This is how I said my ABCs, faster than that. But then he would scream the alphabet, go A, B. And I thought it was hysterical. That one. Another video that I remember seeing was this little girl sitting on Santa Claus's lap. It's probably not because it's December, it's Christmas time. And Santa asks this little girl, "What do you want for Christmas?" And she says to Santa, without missing a beat, she goes, "Santa, you got bad breath." The Santa Claus, I thought that was absolutely hysterical. Of course, there was a video that they actually showed on the 30th anniversary special where a guy playing baseball in the field was going back to catch a fly ball. He falls over the outfield fence, and his baseball pants or uniform pants get stuck on the fence, on a chain link fence, and actually yanks his pants down all the way to his ankles. And that was also funny. I actually remember seeing that video, and those are, and also I should mention this one video I remember seeing. Was that a woman preparing a Thanksgiving dinner for the first time, and she forgot to remove the bag from inside the turkey with all the turkey parts you're supposed to throw out. Not only take out but throw out. And she was taking the stuffings out and said, "What the hell is this?" And it goes, "Ah." And the look on the face of the people that she left the bag in the turkeys. And I mean that's some of my favorite videos, and those are the videos that should be the Funny Home Videos, Hall of Fame. As a matter of fact, in the show, in the Smithsonian, they actually have the videotape of the woman who got her hair caught in the dishwasher, which I just mentioned. And the actual video camera that video was shot on is in the Smithsonian in Washington, D.C. Because, they have a whole TV exhibit, and that's an exhibit, believe it or not. And I couldn't believe that when I heard that. You have, for the TV exhibit, you have Archie's chair for All in the Family, you have Fonzie's jacket from Happy Days, and the video camera for the first $5,000 winner on America's Funniest Home Videos. I mean, it doesn't fit. It doesn't balance there. But, Funny Home Videos, lasted for 30 years, and congratulations to all the people who were involved in that show, all the hosts. Bob Saget to me, is the real host, like I said earlier. But, God bless them, and they're still here with us. And surprisingly, I'm surprised that YouTube has not killed this show. You're thinking that since YouTube is on here, people can upload those funny videos onto YouTube now. You don't have to send it into, America's Funniest Home Videos. You can send it onto here, to YouTube. The show is still on. And on the show today, they said special thanks to people who never heard of YouTube. Which is kind of like a dig. A little bit of a dig to YouTube. But, the show is still successful. And I'm still surprised that all these years it's still on the air. And like I said, I pretty much stopped watching the show because how many times can you see a guy get hit in the crotch? Or how many people videos can you see of people fainting in a wedding or something? I feel it's enough's enough. With 3 years is a good one, and it should end after 30 years. And right, because ABC doesn't have anything else to put on Sunday night at 7 o'clock. That's what it is. So that's my review of America's Funniest Home Videos. Please click on the video, please rate it. Feel free to comment. Excuse me, I forgot you can't comment on my videos anymore because I want idiot. Please click on the video, please rate it. Please subscribe to my channel. Please follow this video on your Facebook pages. You can check out all my reviews on my YouTube channel at WDY.com. That's WDY. C.com. That's the homepage to reviewer Christy Moore, and please check out all of his videos on his website. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.